Welcome to my channel, Serenity Lifestyle Living. This is the first week in March and I'm gonna cook. So I'm gonna show you how this health conscious, this very frugal 50 plus woman is gonna eat this week. This peppers and the tomatoes, I bought it from Aldi's. My goal was not to spend much on my food bill this week because I'm trying to pay off some bills. My winter energy bill is way above, so I'm not gonna complain. My neighbor gave me this pumpkin, or what do you call this, kombucha, and this cantaloupe, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna build on this. So this is free, and I purchased the peppers and the tomatoes. So I'm just gonna show you how I'm gonna create my meal for the week. Here I am going through my freezer, and I try not to waste food. As you can see, that yogurt, I'm laughing because that was supposed to be my lunch for Friday, but I'm gonna let it stay for Monday. Basically, I'm looking for stuff that I could take out of the freezer and just add to my meal plan. This has been in my freezer for months. I think since January. And it's 4 patties. I'm gonna use this on my lunch Monday and Tuesday. And I already have hamburger buns. Anything green and in a sandwich bag is from my garden. So this looks like pop chow. So I have 2 bags. 2 bags of this is gonna be too much, so I'm gonna put this back in. And look at my tomato. Basically, my goal is by April 15th, mid-April, I wanna have my freezer totally empty. This week it's gonna be in the 60s, but I'm not gonna do any work in the backyard. But pretty much in another 6 to 8 weeks, it's gonna be time to clean my backyard and prepare for my gardening. That's why I need my freezer empty. And the money I'm saving from not buying too much groceries, I will be applying it to my bills, especially my gas bill. So basically I'm using stuff from my pantry. This is lentil, the last that's left. I'm gonna create a soup with this, with the lentil. And I don't have any fresh seasonings, so I'm gonna be using this to season my soup. And a little voice told me, search that freezer. I'm sure you have some scallion or some onion or something. Look what I found. Ta-da! Frozen scallions. And if I look in the drawer, I may find some thyme. And as I open the bag, I'm looking at some tomatoes, most likely from my garden. So voila, just gonna add some peppers and most likely at least 2 fresh tomatoes. To make it colorful, I'm gonna use the orange and yellow with the red tomatoes. And that will make my greens totally colorful. And look what I found in my fridge in the bottom. Broccoli that I bought 2 weeks ago. And look at the date, March 1st. But oh no, I'm not gonna throw it out. Since this is still frozen, I'm just gonna put it back in the freezer. There we go, back in the freezer. And I'm gonna cook this immediately and eat it most likely Sunday, tomorrow. Try to finish it up by Monday. The broccoli still looks good, so I'm just gonna wash it thoroughly, cut off any parts that's not good, and just try to make a nice veggie medley. Still looks pretty good. That yellow piece right there, I'm just gonna trim it off. Giving it a thorough wash before I start cooking it. Showing you what's going on over here. After dicing up my tomatoes, I'm like, you know what? Something is gonna be missing from this meal. The red salmon is a small tin because I don't think I need a big tin. Like this is half the size of the average can of salmon. And I think it's just perfect. And look what I found. So I'm gonna add this to my lentil soup because I have so many of these sauce and I just wanna use it up. This one I'm gonna throw it out because it was towards the back and the color is much darker. And the date, it's not, you can't really see it, so I'm just gonna throw it out. At least this one looks more vibrant. So I added a lot of paprika. That's what's sticking to the pot. I'm not gonna add any more paprika because I'm gonna put tomato sauce. And I'm going to add this to my soup mix. I did open the bottom drawer and look what I found. That's how long I had it. I'm going to use two. I'm not going to go crazy seasoning this because I want it to be very lightly seasoned. Mostly I want the ginger and the turmeric. I'll just add a little salt. And I gotta have parsley. This one is done, so it's a good choice I made to use it up. Just gonna bag it and save it for my garden. Yay, this one looks pretty good. I think I'm definitely gonna enjoy this. I wish I had some white rice or perhaps some mashed potatoes. But it's okay. I'm just gonna eat this with my tinned salmon. And this is the soup under construction. I don't have to add the pasta sauce, but I am just to use it up. I don't want to ruin the flavor of the soup, so I use about half of the bottle. Just gonna thoroughly mix it in. Kind of liking the colors now. Little red, orangish kind of soup. And I'm gonna cream the pumpkin because it's fully boiled, and then add it to the pot. Voila. And as I finish one thing, I like to put in a nice little container. And it helps me with my cleaning up process. I like to clean as I'm going along, so I'm going to transfer the soup over here. That bothers me, so I'm going to clean it right away. And as the soup is on the last phase, I'm getting containers ready. It's like I'm always feeding my freezer, so I'm going to put about 3 containers with soup in the freezer. And I'll use this up for Sunday, Monday. And the last thing I have to do is cut up this cantaloupe. I'm getting ready to transfer the pot over. But before I do that, I'm gonna add this final ingredient. I'm gonna let it boil for another 20 minutes on low flames and just turn it off. And in the meantime, I'm gonna clean this side, saute my onions and tomato, and add my salmon. I will have these 3 containers in the freezer for a rainy day or a day that I don't feel like cooking and I want me some soup. Just take one out. And I'll have this container full so I could get about 3 nights dinner out of it. As you can see, I am enjoying my bowl of soup. See what I just buried in the freezer? Yep. And I'm gonna give this container to my neighbor who gave me the pumpkin and the cantaloupe. While I'm having my soup for 2 nights dinner, maybe 3, I'm now preparing my red salmon. And I'm gonna go light with my seasoning. I love my parsley and I love my paprika. And I decided to add a little hot sauce. This hot sauce is so not hot, and that's perfect for me. I'm gonna mix everything in, including my tomatoes. So I crushed the salmon a bit. Added the tomatoes. So I'm pretty much gonna cover it for like 2 minutes. And I was thinking to add some peppers, but I remember what I was gonna have it with. So I think I pretty much have the colors covered. So I'm just gonna wash the container and get it ready to put it in. Now I'm gonna add some ketchup. Even though I'm planning to have this for my dinner, if I wake up and I feel like hungry and I want to eat something before I go to work, I could just toast a piece of bread and then put some on this, and that could be like a nice little sandwich. But I won't make two breads. I'll just toast one piece and put some salmon and tomato onions on top. Have that with my tea before I head out. Here's how we're looking in the container. I don't love cooking, I just do it because I have to. Time to clean. This is how I like my stove. When I become a millionaire, I'm gonna hire someone to prepare my meals. My husband and I, we could go out for breakfast. Breakfast is simple: eggs, oatmeal, pancakes. And our hired help can prepare our fancy meals like this. The only thing I think is missing is like some carbs, but I'm not gonna complain because I can go a week without carbs. And voila, if I had lettuce, I would put the lettuce under the tomatoes. But this will be fine. Last week I had a whole lot of potato salad. So I'll use that memory as I'm eating this. So this is gonna be my 2 nights dinner. So that's 5 days a week. And weekends I'm not worried about because I eat out or go to my mother's house. Try to use up all my leftovers. So that's when I could make my toast and have it with the salmon. And for drink, I'll have water, and I have pink lemonade in the fridge. There's my pink lemonade, and I do have 2 bottles. Water, and finally the cantaloupe. I still have to do the patties for my lunch, and I'll take a yogurt with me. And I'm like, I literally have these eggs just sitting out in the fridge. I'm gonna put about 5 to boil, and I could bring one with me, and if I don't use it by Wednesday, I can at least make an egg salad, and I could have that for my lunch on Friday. So I could take a boiled egg with me, my sandwich. That reminds me I have to take this out of the freezer. And I'll keep 2 yogurts in, and I'll just grab one out and put another one in. That could be my snack at work. And I have lots of granola stuff just floating around in the house. So I'm trying to use up everything. It's lunch for the week. These patties, you could put them in the oven, but frying pan, and I think I enjoy it better. Just slice up a lot of tomatoes, and I put it on my hamburger bun with a little mayo, or sometimes I think I may use chickpeas. So yeah, in the morning I'm gonna put this on my hamburger bun and put the patty in a container that I could just nuke it for about 30 seconds at work. Layer it with another top of the bun and have myself a nice healthy sandwich. I just empty the rest of this into this container just for neatness sake. And that's my first flip. So another 3 minutes on this side and I'm all done. It's 4 patties and I have 3 buns. So on the 4th day, I'm just gonna have the patty with lots of tomatoes. Yep. Just gonna make it work. And I will also be bringing a couple pieces to work with me. So pretty much the more good stuff I bring, the less chance of me buying anything. The little container I just showed you is already gone. I had the person who gave me the cantaloupe and the I was like, oh, I have a nice gift for you. So I gave him the soup and the previous bowl of cantaloupe. So I'm gonna cut. And guess what? It was free to begin with and turned back to be a nice gift to the same person who gave it to me. So I'm gonna cut this half up and have it ready for the week. But it was a big cantaloupe, so I still have more than enough. So I want to thank you so much for watching my video. And look, I still have more than enough to share. So I'm gonna go visit a family member later. So I'm gonna bring this because I have my meal for the week covered. And I'm confident I'm gonna be leaving there with a container with something. Look in your fridge, even down low. Check out your cabinets and then you make your list. Have an amazing day. Thank you for watching. Bye.